Yo, what's good boys? I'm Relik, welcome to Wave Ninja. Today I got a really cool video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make the hardest cakes in the world. I'm not talking about like the rat cake or like the 6 cake or whatever cake you're probably thinking of. I'm talking stuff that's more like this and that and this and that and that and that.
But Relik, that's just a normal cake with the added distortion. You don't need to make a whole 5-minute video on this.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you that a bitch ass thing. You better shut the fuck up before I knock your fucking head off your shoulders, old ugly ass bitch.
So basically there's 2 main elements that goes into making a kick like this, and that is just a regular kick and as well as something that has high end to it. So you would either do something like a hi-hat, or something I really like doing is adding a stomp and making sure that it's mixed together correctly. And then you soft clip them together, and basically the clashing of the harmonics kind of gives it that almost blown out speaker sound. So hopefully I can try to replicate some, but the thing is it's a lot of trial and error. See if I can find a good kick. Sure, we'll use this one, and then I'm gonna grab another one. And basically we're gonna do 2 different examples, one with the hi-hat and then one with a stomp. Let's try this one, and I guess I'll duplicate this and then do another one that's the stomp. Sweet, that sounds like it could work. And perfect. So there's a few ways you can go about doing this. One thing I like to do is I like to use the Ableton glue compressor. Obviously, if you're using FL Studio, you can just use the soft clipper. But the great thing about the glue compressor is it has a soft clip option right here that you just need to toggle on if it's not. And then you basically just crank up the makeup volume. And as you can hear, that's pretty damn hard already. And all I had to do was just crank the gain of it. And that's it on its own, and then the stomp. And it's just something about the clashing and the harmonics that just makes it sound good together. Another thing I like to do, and I didn't bring this up, but I have the stomp and the hi-hat delayed by 10 milliseconds. So that way the kick transient still cuts through while having it still basically clash together in a good, pleasing way. I don't even know if that's making any sense, but let's try it with the hi-hat as well. I'm going to try a different plugin for this one. You can use the Ableton Saturator. That one also has a soft clipper on it, or you can also use one that's third party called MSaturator. And this one's just basically made by this company called Melda Plugins. And this one is free, I actually believe. So all you need to do is just crank the gain. And then I like to move this threshold up, because basically when you move the threshold up, it basically takes away a lot of the harshness that you usually get when clipping. And of course, you gotta just make sure it's enabled clipping, which I think it is by default, but ooh, that is not a good one. Let's try a different kick. Actually, let's try this kick. Let's try a different hi-hat. But like I said, this is a lot of just trial and error. You just gotta make sure that you're choosing the right samples to clash together, and usually works out pretty well. Maybe I need to crank it more. Maybe try glue compressor again. This one actually does sound better. Maybe I can do something like decapitator and also like crank it together. Well, you know, like I said, it's trial and error. You just got to find out ones that work together. I really like using the stomps because I think it just works out a little bit better, but you just got to make sure you're using the right samples, and yeah, just experiment a lot and you can get some really great results. But yeah, that's it guys. I'm not going to waste any more time. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for the next videos and turn on your post notifications, or just don't do anything at all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.